Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good evening. Sean Higgs coming at you here. Look at headlines. NFL Week 14, second edition. The newer one. So we did this the other day. So we will see if any lines have really moved a little bit. Actually, I was really going to come out like at halftime. I was like, man, this is a real slow-moving game. And then we had some scoring there in the third quarter. I was like, you know what? Maybe people will be watching the game. 2017. Full start on Washington here. We did like the Commanders in midday money earlier today. Contest-wise, let's see. I mean, well, Dana Delp's out of it. Dana, sorry. There's only 4 people in this week's contest anyway. Nobody wants free clothes. Brian's got 2 wins, but he's got a loss today because he's got the Washington over. So unless we get a touchdown or a pick 6 somewhere going, Brandon will be out of this one here. And it looks like we'll probably get a tie here, right? If it's 2017 final. Gas Station Sushi will have 2 wins. Brandon Jenkins will have 2 wins. If they're both here, or if they watch after the fact, like for tonight or for midday money tomorrow, let's roll tomorrow's Monday night game as a tiebreaker. So that's what we'll probably do here. Again, unless we get a touchdown here to get the over. And listen, a field goal gets us 20-20, and who knows? Maybe it's a field goal in overtime. Somebody scores a touchdown, and you get points. We'll see what happens. I'm looking for a touchdown here from Washington. What did I like in my tutties today? A McLaurin tutty would be nice. As would Debo, but I don't think he's going to get it. I don't think that's happening. Be nice if we take one to the house here. Intentional grounding, interesting. All right, let's get into the games here. Monday Night Markel says, what a sweat on the Texans. Come on, no sweat. Easy winner. Never in doubt. Never in doubt, Markel. Let's do these games and move on to Money Monday. Cowboys and the Lions. It was a 5.5. We did this the other day, and I said, you know what? Maybe take a little Dallas in that spot. Now it's down to a field goal, minus the 120. You could get a 3.5 here if you want Dallas. I do see a 3.5 out there. At a plus 113. Actually, excuse me. The plus 113 is on the Detroit side of things. Again, I like the boys. The 5.5 was nice last week. Sunday action. Washington and the Vikings. This was a 2.5. It's come down a point. That's what you get when you are Seattle and get shut out 26-0. So yeah. What do we got here on the 3rd and 25? Looks like it's about to end here for Washington. So now for this game here, I said to grab a little under last week at 43.5. Maybe it did. It's dropped down a point. I'm going to still recommend the under here. Washington and Minnesota. Next game up, the Miami Dolphins, New York Jets. 42.5 is the total. It's gone up a point here. Give me the Jets on the money line here. Give me $1.20 plus 3 here with the Jets. I got Miami coming up to Jersey in December. Not interested. No thanks. No thank you. Jets get the call here against Miami plus the 3 points, or money line a little plus money. Titans and Browns. 4.5. There's a 3.5 out there as well. Total 33.5. I mean, where's I don't want to call out people. Like, we didn't call out Coyote, who was in here talking all this crap about Memphis over Navy. We're not going to call out somebody else who's in here talking about the GOAT. Sanders said, you see that 4th and 26? The guy doesn't even know how to slide. 4th and 26. Let me run 5 yards, and then I don't know what kind of slide that was. 33.5. Yeah, might do a 20.5 in this one. These two Wreck'ems. Oh my goodness. Well, we saw the difference between the Raiders and the Niners. That's the difference between two teams and how a quarterback looks against two different teams. Big play there. Look at this. All right. Commies in business. Are you going to settle for 3, or do you go for it? I got the scroll on here. I'm not watching the game live. I'm hoping you go for the win. You're not playing for a tie, I hope, right? I mean, what are you doing, Washington? You got 3 freaking wins on the season. You got comments. So rushing to your first career. Did they lose today, Markel? I mean, who the hell cares? First rushing today. Giovanni wants OT. I guess he got the over, or you look for the Broncos. I mean, what do you need OT for? What do you got? Giovanni, you are on the phone view. You are on phone. So listen, that's what you got to do. If you're on the phone view, you scroll down a little bit. You see where it says, like, my name there? You click on that. Click on my name. Brings you to my YouTube page. There'll be 2 streams. There's one that says Look at Lines, one that says NFL Week 14 Best Bets. You want to click on Look at Lines. That'll be the regular YouTube kind of version. All right? There you go. Hope I helped you out there. Steelers and the Ravens. 6.5 total, 47.5. It has now come down because the Steelers are absolute garbage. I had the Steelers say, thank you, garbage Steelers. 45.5 total. I do have the Ravens minus 6.5 I took them before they lost on Thanksgiving. I will take them here against a bad Steeler team. This might be the end of Tomlin. He's out. I think this is the last season. Sorry that he had to hitch his wagon to a Hall of Famer in the twilight or the darkness of his career. That's how he goes out. That's how he's going out here. Yes, it's cool, different. It's just like you're watching a shorty video, but it is what it is. You can fix it if you want. Just go to the other video. There's 2 videos up now, a phone version and a regular desktop version. Seattle 7.5, 43.5. This line is all over the joint, all over. And I got Seattle. I took Seattle at 7.5. And now we're seeing numbers. This is 7.5 at FanDuel. Excuse me, 7.5 DraftKings, 8.5 at FanDuel, 9 at offshore. I mean, they are everywhere. They are everywhere. 7.5, 8, 8.5, 9s. Do you want them at the Falcons? First and 10 on a Denver 14. Are we going to get a McLaurin touchdown pass here? Would be nice. That would be wonderful. Colts send the Jaguars 3 down to 1.5. This is what happens when the Colts lose. Jaguars have a nice big win. I had the Titans today. I think it was really my favorite play today. I thought back-to-back road games of Jaguars, overtime. They're favored on the road. Favored. Who the hell are they to be favored on the road? Fourth road game in 5 games. I wasn't loving them, but I had a crap Titan team that did nothing. Looking back on this, I would have liked to have the Jags +3 here coming home. Now I don't know if I could play this one. Maybe lean that in over in this one. But nothing. The Saints come marching in to Tampa Bay. 8.5-point dogs total, 43.5. Let's go to the live here. Nothing has changed since a little earlier today. And by earlier, I mean about 2 hours ago when I looked at the lines and added the newer ones. Listen, I can't, Tampa Bay, I didn't like them today. I lay an 8.5. I know the Saints are bad. Depending when you got the number with Miami, you might have got a cover. You could have got a win. You could get Malaya to 3.5 on one spot. So that was a win for me on Miami. A 5.5 on another spot was a loser. Do I trust Tampa to lay 8.5? I do not know. I don't know if I want this game. Bengals and the Bills. Let's drop down a little tick here to 6.5, total 51.5. And last week when we were in here, I was saying, you know what, let's go on this over here. And I said, well, let's hold off. It is Buffalo. You don't know weather-wise. I don't love the defense, which is why I immediately think over. We saw Cincy. I mean, again, I was biased on them. I had Cincy that night for Thanksgiving, and I thought we could get a couple more points. We didn't end up getting points. We got the field goals. Let's come down, though. And I don't know, is that really based on them beating the Steelers? Oh, I don't know. I don't know about that. I'm torn here. I don't know. Markel likes Tampa Bay first half. I'd rather do that than a full game. Bengals and Chase to score a touchdown. Yeah, he's going to score. That defense is bad. We're all tied up and headed overtime. 4 o'clock window. The Denver Broncos, 8-point fave, total 39.5. There's 7.5s out here. And this is before the game. This is beforehand. And I don't even know why it would come down a half a point. And listen, that's always kind of happens. You get like an early lineup. It comes down. I'd rather use a 7.5, even though I have the 8 as the opener, because that's what it was when we did it last week. Again, here I got Denver playing in Washington. Overtime game, short week, cross country. It's Vegas. Vegas looked all right for a little bit today. Is that more Vegas or more Chargers playing with their food? I think this plays out just like their Thursday night game. I want as many points with Vegas as possible. Denver, you're watching it now. They play down. Washington's 3 wins. This game's tied. How about the Jets game? But remember that? The Raider game versus the very same team. You take the points. Take the points with Vegas. Take 2 of these. Call me in the morning. It's going to be funny if it comes out of the AFC. The AFC is going to be interesting. Yeah, listen. The second year, you're going to struggle. People kind of know your routine, Bo. They know your routine. The Bears. We took the Bears last week, 6.5. It's come down here. And this was, I had the Bears under for the year. I wasn't loving the Bears. But now we're on what? We're on 9. We're on 9 wins. They're the best team in the NFC right now. They're the best team. They're 9-3. They're the best team. Green Bay, but think I'm trusting Green Bay to like any points? Get out of here. The Bears. Rams opened up 8.5, total 47.5. Now we're at 7.5 and 48.5. There are some 8s out here still, but if you want 7.5, you can get that at DK. Again, I'm looking live on Odds Logic. They got the board around here. 7.5 is pretty much across the board. Now, Rams lost to Carolina. You know Carolina's in first place, everybody, right? They're not a bad team. I'm not saying they're a good team, but you're going to give them 10 points at home. You're going to be in for a battle. And you know what? You lost the battle today. And I don't like this spot for them either. I'm pretty sure they have Seattle on deck after this one. At Seattle to boot. So it's not like it's some cakewalk, we're going home and let's get right. That would be excuse me. They have the Rams next week after the Arizona game. I was going to say, man, 3 straight roadies? No. They got Detroit, and then week 16, they will head up to Seattle for that matchup there. I believe that's where they play. Yes, Rams, Seattle. That's your Thursday nighter too. So, I could make a play for even with the Lions on deck. I could think, you know what? Not a great spot. Oh, they are off the loss though, so you're gonna be thinking of buying them. I wonder what people think here. Arizona feisty again today. Do you wait? You think it goes down to a touchdown? Are people going to bet the Rams because they lost and no way they can lose 2 in a row? I like Arizona. Sunday night action. Texans, Chiefs. Why do I feel like we always see these guys together in the playoffs? 4.5 now. Total 43.5. Let me tell you, shop around. +5s at Pinnacle. 3.5s at some books here. Grab a little Bet Rivers action. 4.5 at the DraftKings. Interesting number. 4 at Caesars, 4.5 at MGM. I want to take the Texans. Why wouldn't I? Well, I mean, again, this is like the Chiefs. Are the Chiefs just going to start winning? Yeah, they're off a extended rest, I should say, against Cowboys on Thanksgiving. I could take a +5 here, 5.5s. Although I I doubt we could probably find that 5.5 anywhere. Got to really do some jumping through hoops to get that number. Let's see. I got 4.5s. 4.5 at DraftKings. You get 4.5 right now. Not going to blame you. Won't blame you for that. We got comments. Have the Packers played the Bears yet? No, they got to play them twice still. Chiefs minus 3.5. Yep, there are 3.5s out there. There are 3.5s. I'm just going through them. You got 3.5 at MG. 3.5 at some regular consensus shops. DK though's got a 4.5. Shop your numbers. You need to. Final game of the night. What happened here? Washington on the top. Wait, Broncos on the 10-yard line? What was this? A 41-yard pass. You know, Harvey 2 TDs wouldn't be bad for me here. Do I have any I got a Corlin and a Franklin touchdown. I got a Harvey 2 TD. Would be nice. And then I got a Dabo Terry there, Washington, anytime tutty, guys. There we go. Touchdown, Harvey. There we go. Monday night action. Eagles and the Chargers. So this line popped up to 3.5. It was 2.5. It was 3. It was 3.5. Herbert's wrist, whatever, blah, blah, blah. It's a non-throwing hand. And let me tell you, you're really going to come out and lay points with the Eagles. I'm not laying points. This is Chargers to the house. Again, am I not going to go 10 times my bankroll on the Chargers here? My point being is, what are we doing taking freaking the Eagles every week? Why? Why? No, thank you. No, thank you. Minus 7.5 Chicago, loser. Minus 3 in Dallas, loser. You won in Detroit. Green Bay against small dogs, or maybe a fave at the time. You hit the Giant game. You held on there versus Eagles. Giants outright loser. Denver outright loser. Tampa Bay you covered. Rams, some crazy game. Kansas City, 2017. Dallas, the first game you didn't cover. You want to come out on the road. What are we doing? You lost at Dallas, 10-7 in Green Bay. Lost at the Giants. Yeah, I'm buying into the Chargers here. It's a home dog. Let's see, Chargers home dog versus Kansas City, winner. Anywhere else? Home dog anywhere? Dog in general? No. Favor. So there's that. I will gladly take 3.5 points if I can get 3.5. I will take 3. I did take 3. And I will do it again. I will do it again. Chargers. Take them. Eagles and Chiefs will come over to me. Well, I mean, The Eagles, I think, just have some physical problems. I don't, Barkley hasn't looked good all year. Hurts. Kansas City, this is typical Kansas City. They've just been bitten a couple times, but normally they pull games out of their butts. Has not happened this year. Still dangerous. I mean, right now, really, it's the Patriots to me right now. I mean, is Baltimore defense going to be okay? I don't think Lamar's healthy one bit. Not an ounce. I think he's 80% tops. Javon's the offensive line guy coming back for the Chargers. Well, that's the thing. The O-line is always a problem. Our official winner in our contest, Brian Jenkins, as the overcash is here. That's his third. Brian, if you're watching, you got to reach out. Get your address. You get my email off of the YouTube or message on the Twitter X world. But there you go. That is your look at headlines rundown NFL Week 14. Week 15 will be coming out. We'll be doing that. We already got lines for next week as well. Well, we'll talk about them later in the week. We'll be shifting a little more now into the hoops free picks on the Midday Money Show with football kind of winding down. So you basketball folks will be happy. Who knows? Maybe I'll be doing a little prop action. We'll see. See how we gotta grind it out. We'll see how we do. 2 new teams in the Super Bowl will not surprise me. But I mean, Patriots Rams will be a replay of a Super Bowl. But yeah. Who knows? I mean, could be the Bears. Could be Seattle. Seattle's dangerous. When Seattle gets home field, watch out. All right, this is the game here. 4th and 6th for Washington. See what happens, and then I'll get out of here. Me and you, Giovanni, the only ones hanging out tonight. Everybody's watching the game. Look at how do you do look at lines for NBA whenever you don't even know who the hell's playing? I don't even know who's playing. I mean, look at line show. The whole Midday Money started as a look at in conference tournaments at the end of February. Cincy K-State. I don't think Cincy's playing K-State. I think they're playing Tarleton tomorrow. Unless you're talking, I mean, you can't talk football. That they're done. Kansas State's playing who? Bowling Green? Interception. Penalty pass interference. No play. Here we go. Commander's still alive. Be really great if we get a McLaurin touchdown here. College basketball. Yeah, they're playing. Well, I mean, again, Giovanni. I mean, I'm not going to Cincinnati laying 19 points. I don't bet those games. K-State laying 12.5. Seems about right. Total is right on the money. 13.5 since K-State 13.5. They don't fit my models. I mean, big faves like that, I'm usually on the other side. I bet one game tomorrow. I took Chicago State minus 2.5. That's my lone college basketball for Monday. Chicago State 2.5. In the last couple of days, my basketball was terrible. I went from having a nice season to a 1-7 day to drop me down to what am I? 77 and 74. That's how I'm at in college hoops this year. 77, 74. It's early. Too many games. There's not a lot of games tomorrow. I like college basketball. I'm not afraid to fire with college basketball. I'm usually pretty solid at it to start the season, but not so far. Not so far. Here, Cincinnati. You can definitely give me some Tarleton there. I'll take Tarls. Touchdown. McLaurin. Look at that. I called the McLaurin touchdown. We got it. Nice little McClory. All right. Well, that better wrap it up. I cashed my little McLaurin Tutty, two Harvey TDs, Harvey McLaurin little parfait. Got it done. We'll take it. Oh my goodness! See, that wasn't a touchdown on the 1 yard line. What happened? I thought it was. Oh my goodness! I'm sort of my thing came up as a tutty. Well, look at that. Now I'm annoyed. Now I'm definitely leaving after that. I'm counting my sheep here. All right, that's a wrap. iHeartRadio after the fact, if you want to listen. Also on YouTube. I'm out of here. Midday tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.